Welcome YouTube. Welcome D.A.C. Zoom. Appreciate you all being here. Got today's subject is going to be personal onboarding. But let's get right down to it. I want to give you some agent updates, go through the calendar, go through a little subject matter, and see if you have any questions. Trying to try to keep this under 15 minutes if possible. Number one, if this is your first leadership locker room, welcome. Keep in mind, this is designed for people who are leading a portfolio of agencies or building a team of agents, and you want to help lead and develop that team. That's who this is designed for, this leadership locker room. So if that's you, you're in the right place. If not, the message may be a little off message. Maybe you don't want to stick around. That's number one. Number two, meetings this week. Don't forget, each day at 11:30 this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have a Zoom. Tomorrow is healthcare, Wednesday's Bank Breezy, Friday is agent update. They're all at D.A.C. Zoom. They're also all on YouTube, unless there's a technology issue. But we'll always be on Zoom and then broadcast to YouTube. They're all stored on YouTube. You can go back and go to our agent channel, DACyoutube.com, and click on lives, videos lives, and you'll find these recordings. Sometimes they take a little longer to go live at YouTube as far as to process and be available, but usually they're real time as soon as the event ends. Sometimes it's a few minutes. So always look under the live section because that's where they're posted. So as a leader, the leadership locker room, it's our job to put attendance to these events, right? If you've got 10 people in your team, all 10 should know about tomorrow's healthcare Zoom. All 10 should know about Wednesday's Bank Breezy Zoom, and there's nothing wrong with sending them a reminder. There's nothing wrong with having a text group with you and your 10 teammates and say, don't forget, Zoom's going live in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, etc. There's nothing wrong with giving reminders, the same reminders you'd probably like us to give you, which we do. We put them on Facebook, we send out emails, and we ask people to put them in their calendar. It's the same type thing you'd probably want. You should give your team. All right. So that's the calendar of events. A couple updates. I told you last week, the RX card, the RX membership, what we'll call a flat fee pharmacy program, where they pay one flat fee and get all their prescription medication covered for free, shipped to their home, along with some other perks. We are building out the website right now to have updated features and functions, and we're hoping it goes live. We're expecting it to go live Friday, before Friday, actually. We'll be launching it Friday is our expectation. There's a lot going on behind the scenes because we actually have to build it to have real-time API, which means computer talking together with our website and our commissioning program to show you real-time numbers, or at least next morning numbers. So that's what's being built out at this point, and that's the only, I shouldn't say it's the only holdup. I mean, we could take it live today with a reduced website, but we're adding more features to the website, and we're also waiting our pharmacy company to communicate with our D.A.C. Back office company, our commission program. They're creating the back office communication between the order form and the commission form. So they're all expecting it'll be done by the end of the week. So while they're finishing that, we can build out the website to be more robust. And so we're not holding up the launch. We're waiting on that to be done. So very excited about that. That will be going live in near term. And also we will add the healthcare pages, so they'll all be under one site, if you will. And that way, people who are promoting the healthcare and leading with healthcare, at least to a specific customer base, they'll see the RX program, but they'll also see the healthcare programs. This is not offered by Clearwater, so Clearwater will not be talking about this. They will not be offering this as one of their products. I shouldn't say that. I've asked them to consider it, and we're trying to get with their leadership team to do that. But as of right now, that is a different supplier, so they're not going to be talking about it on tomorrow's Zoom. They won't be talking about it with our customers that we forward to them. It's two separate programs, much like we have different funding partners. And one funding partner is not going to talk about the other. This is a different healthcare provider than our health share plan. So just so you understand, your role will be, as you talk to your clients and as your team talks to their clients, will be leading with the flat fee pharmacy program or leading with the health insurance alternative called health share. And your customer will at that point be signing up for one or getting a quote for the other. Okay. So that's the kind of the 1-2 punch for that, if you will. And that will be hopefully going live. Our expectation is Friday we'll be launching it. So the only reason that would be slowed is if for some reason the pharmacy company and the D.A.C. back office company have some unexpected delay in taking their portion live. But they're not expecting that, and we're not expecting that. So same thing with the website. Even if we had delays in building certain pages out on the site, we could still take it live without that, because based on what we've already got built, we could go live already, but we wouldn't have the pharmacy company and the back office company talking the right way. So that'll give you an idea why there's delays. So this has all been just in the last, week and a couple of days since we signed the agreement and started getting the gears going. So it's going to be a fast movement to productivity, which is great. So that's the update there. The update on the app, the commercials and the trainings are being built out. We've got the badges or the recognition communication where authentication and logging in the app is now done, where if you're in your back office at D.A.C., you'll be able to log into your app to share it, and all your credentials will be passed over for sharing. So now it's just a matter of building out the functionality of the app, the marketing pieces, meaning videos and commercials and trainings to go into that app. So all the integrations, or most of the integrations, are already done, which is the heavy lifting. So that's all good news. So that's coming in the near term as well. And again, you're not going to have to pay anything for that. We're covering that cost of your monthly fee. We're covering that because we believe it'll generate revenue. We believe the tool will be helpful. So believe me, we want it out fast. In fact, we're already paying for it. Just so you know, we're already paying for it, even though it's not live. So we want it live sooner than later. And it will be live as soon as possible. So that's great news. As far as the pharmacy program, some people have said, hey, can I beta test that? There won't be any beta testing of it going live until it goes live. The first 2 weeks will be called a beta test, because you never know what we might find in some integration. So until the end of the week, if it is, let's say it is Friday that we turn this live, we'll still call it a beta probably till December 1st, and promote hard, because live environments sometimes find things that test environments didn't find. But we'll make sure we get that out. As far as training and tools for education on the product, as soon as we go live, we'll probably have a training. We will have a training on the product to go through the product and actually have customers or questions with the pharmacy team on the product. But we're waiting until that is actually out and about on the street rather than featuring it prior. So there's your updates. What I want to talk about now, before I go to your questions or any comments, is the subject matter today: personal onboarding. What do I mean by that? Well, there's an article that came out in Direct Sellers News talking about how new agents want to be onboarded. And of course, they like getting emails from corporate. Okay. They also like interaction with their enroller. And their preferred interaction with their enroller is one-on-one. One-on-one interaction is their preferred interaction with their enroller. And video one-on-one is fine. Video one-on-one is fine. So this is a survey of over 1,000 brand new network marketers. So I'm only telling this because you may or may not recognize your value in the people you personally enroll. If you're not doing some one-on-one enrollment, you're not giving them their preferred method of getting involved in the company. Okay, their preferred method, and this is not a surprise, right? I remember we did this study in 1993, and back then the number one reason people joined a company was the sponsor's ability and support, their enroller's ability and support was the number one reason a company was chosen. It wasn't whether it was free. It wasn't the product or service being sold. It wasn't the comp plan. It wasn't the office center or training system. It was enrollers, ability, and support. And guess what? It's still the number one thing people want when they get started in a new company is one-on-one engaged time with their enroller. So we say all that to all of you because this is the leadership locker room. You may have to do some course correcting on that, right? So ask yourself, can you improve in that area? And if so, how can you improve in that area? Maybe using your Zoom account and doing Zoom meetings like we're doing right now. What we're doing right now, maybe you're doing one-on-one. Some of you have iPhones, you can do FaceTime. Some of you have Google, you do Google Meets. There's all kinds of free platforms now to do what we're doing right now. Also, I will tell you this, the number one group training for new network marketers is what we're doing right now. It's group video chat over live in-person meetings. Now, live in person are still very popular, but experienced people who are who've done both meetings are liking this for convenience and cost. The average group event, if you do a live group event, let's say we have a group event in Seattle next month, and we ask you all to go. Well, you'd have to fly there or drive there, get a hotel there, and then we got to pay for a big ballroom and conference room and staging and travel and flying our corporate team out. And those usually cost about $250,000. So now you got to charge something for the event. Maybe it's not quite that much, but let's just say it's 150,000, and now you got to somehow cover that. Right? If you got 1,000 people there, you charge 150 each to break even. So you can see why corporate events have a cost to them. And they're also a cost to you to go and to get yourself there, right? So, this here is a way that you could have a group meeting without having to spend a lot of money. So all that was only to say, rewind backward and what kind of course correcting can you do to increase your enrollment of your team, because again, this is team enrollment. So this is the call for people building teams. So plan, do, measure, adjust. What's your plan for onboarding people? Are you doing the plan? Measure it if it's not working. Measure it to see if it is working. Adjust your plan. Plan, do, measure, adjust. Plan, do, measure, adjust. So obviously just do that. So I want to talk about today. That's it. That's all we got for today. So let's go to any questions you have about anything I covered first, and then we'll do any comments. You got any questions about anything? Go ahead and use your hand raise.
Brian, you can unmute yourself.
Greetings. How you doing?
Hey, Brian, how are you, buddy?
I am excellent, thank you. So, I'd like to ask you a question about the RX pharmacy. First of all, you were talking about how you're going to marry the RX with the healthcare page. Will there still be an RX address URL? So if we want to direct somebody only to the RX page, we can do it, or is everybody going to have to go through the healthcare page first?
Every website we have, you can go directly to a page. So just like you could send someone just to gig funding, or you could send, so the answer is you'll be able to send people directly to the pharmacy program if you want. So it may be such and such.com/RX, or such and such.com/health share would be for the health sharing. So there will be a sub page for every product we have. There's a sub page that you can send people to. So yes, you'll be able to send them direct, but we won't have a website address like DACRX.com. That is a website we reserved as an example. That's not going to take you to the page. It's going to be a longer website /RX. And in fact, actually what it's going to be is DAChealthcare.com/RX. So that is going to be the website, DAChealthcare.com will be the healthcare.com website. Of course, you'll be able to get into it from David Allen Capital, and you'll be able to get back to David Allen Capital from D.A.C. Healthcare.
All right. Next question. With the other plan that you were going to use, there was single, couples, and family. Is there going to be a couples with this one, or is it only going to be single and family?
Single and family.
I'm good, man. Sounds great. I can hardly wait.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, excuse me. One other thing.
Yeah.
I got bugged, a good bug by Ellen Wynn the other day when she was talking about her customer that I reached out to this group and I got a meeting, a healthcare meeting with the folks on Wednesday for 350 different businesses in a trade association. So
Amen.
Ellen, thank you for the bug, Ellen.
Love it. And you know what's most important, Brian, is she gave the bug and then you took action. Everyone got the bug. We all heard the same bug you did, but you acted. So congratulations to you. You deserve the applause. And with that, Ellen's next in line. So Ellen, if you want to mute yourself, good stuff, Brian.
Yeah, congratulations, Brian. Great job taking action, going across that start line on conversations, as I always say. On that RX program, David, I believe that you said that this is the same company the same pharmacy that we were originally working with, just now we're direct to them. So you've been testing this, you and your family, and have been using this particular platform. Is that correct?
Yeah, just for clarity, I didn't know this was the supplier to the company we are using, who we were thinking about launching, that we were trying to launch with. This is the pharmacy supplier that actually did the shipping of the pharmaceuticals, sourced them, dealt with the customers directly. Absolutely. This is the only thing this company wouldn't have been doing is the billing, because the company I was going to partner with did the billing. And I didn't know they were using a third party until I got my first prescription. And then I didn't know they were the same pharmacy company because it's a different brand than the company we're dealing with. So the answer is yes, I've been using this. Yes, we've been testing the shipping of the product without even knowing we were. And this company's got a much stronger track record than the other company. So we're excited because
Awesome.
they are the company. It's kind of like if you can go get certain mobile providers right now, but they're using Verizon's network. They're using Verizon network. This company is the backbone, but we went direct to the backbone.
I love it. Yeah, I just wanted you to clarify that because this isn't, we found this company, we're jumping in with both feet. You've already jumped in the past, already using that. So great testimonial there. My question is, on the game plan, it still I went through it a couple of times this weekend and it still feels like it's more funding related as far as activity for that new agent. Has there been any tweak on that, or is that going to be something that's built into the app that automatically adjusts the amount of conversations necessary to get the outcome?
We'll have to. I thought there was already a game plan for people who are focused on residual. I'll have to look at that. This is the first time I know that we've got game plans for payment processing. I thought we had a healthcare game plan. Apparently we don't. 95% of our revenue right now is funding. That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. But if you took for every $100,000 we do right now in revenue, 95 is funding. It seems to be the most popular product. We're obviously adding other services. We've had healthcare for 3 years. So we're always about it. I'd love the 50 for 50 plan that Harlequin mentioned. I'll look at the game plan and see. I thought there was one for healthcare. Apparently there isn't, because I know
it asks, are you looking for now money or residual income? So I don't think it's more specific. And I also wanted to just put this out there. Everyone's hearing me talk about healthcare right now because I'm super excited about it, but I'm not shifting from everything else we do to healthcare. I've chosen healthcare as my lead in because it is a ubiquitous service that everybody can use, not just business owners, right? But when I'm talking healthcare to a business owner, I also talk to them about other ways that we can save them money or help them get money if they need funding. So just making it clear that I'm not shifting away from funding. It is in addition to, and it's my chosen door opener now instead of just funding. So thank you.
And that's the beautiful thing about this, everybody, as Ellen just said, you get to decide which product you want to lead with. We're okay if you want to lead and only talk about healthcare. And we're okay if you only want to talk about payment processing, because we have some people who say, I just want to move people over to your dual pricing payment processing. Great, go for it. We've got great suppliers. So there's going to be people who will only talk to the consumers about our RX plan. And that's the only reason they're coming to this call today, is because they know that plan is actually coming forward. So everyone's different. The great news is, funding, it's going to be hard to disrupt funding's revenue source. It's hard when you get a big bonus on a funding. $100,000 funding generates a nice big commission for people that may take 25 years of a healthcare customer, right? So it's going to be difficult to disrupt that, but you may not want to lead with funding and you may want to lead with healthcare. So we've got it all. And we're looking at other services too that, things like payroll. You may say, I don't want to talk payroll. You would never have to if we launched it, right? So we're always going to add more business services and consumer services because it makes sense. And so yeah, lead with what you want to lead with. And with that said, we want to make sure we support all of them equally too. And if there's no game plan for the healthcare, then that needs to be added on the list of priorities. Harlequin Murray, how you doing, Harlequin?
I am doing fabulous, David. How about yourself?
Tremendous, thanks.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, I just wanted to let everybody know I did post in the D.A.C. agents Facebook page about the 50 and 50 challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually created a separate page, and I'm sending the link to that to Morgan, so hopefully she can let everybody know that one. But part of the reason why I have a separate page is we're going to go and do some training and things like that and put our numbers in there. And it's just a little bit easier than trying to fit it in with everything else on the regular page.
Yep.
We will be doing
so guys, if anyone wants to participate in the 50 and 50, and what that is shooting to get 50 healthcare customers in the next 50 days by the first of the year, basically. And that would put you at the 2,000 residual revenue line. It can be one business with 50 lines. It can be 50 individuals, doesn't matter, but it would put you at 2,000 residual revenue, making 1,000 a month. You'd be capped out on the residual plan, which is tremendous. And what an example. And you're helping a lot of people. So if you want to take part in that, make sure you go to the page. Morgan will put it up on the Facebook page that Harley can put it in the comments. Say, I want to be involved. I want to be involved. And they'll make sure they share that page with you. In fact, why don't you, Harley, can write in your post? Why don't you, under one of the comments, do a click here to.
I did that already
Perfect.
in a comment, and I created a separate post that has the link in it. It's
Okay, beautiful.
D.A.C. 50 and 50.
Perfect.
So,
Cool. So y'all know where it is. You know where to go. Promote it to your teams. Even if it's not for you guys, this is what's key. Even if you're like, dude, I'm leading with instant funding. Why would I even tell my team about that? Because you're a leader. And leaders don't tell their teams to do only one thing. They promote all the things we have. I don't go to Kroger to buy this Starbucks, even though it's available there. I'm going there for other things. But if I'm a Starbucks fan, it's one way to get me to Kroger is tell me they sell Starbucks. So don't promote just because Harlequins loves 50 for 50 doesn't mean she's going to tell all her team to put funding down. Right. So don't you determine what I want to do if I'm in your team. You promote everything we offer and let them decide which ones they want to run with.
Yeah.
Anything else, Harlequin?
Well, I was going to say, if you help 5 people on your team do the 50 and 50, that's 10,000 volume, which is what you need for area director. So it's definitely a good incentive for that. But also, I think I'm going to try and add in, once the RX program goes live, do 50 and 50 of that as well.
Good idea. I think
Anyway.
every product we have, you could create an incentive program for, because they all pay and they're all great services that are needed. Thanks, Harlequin, for your leadership on this. We really appreciate it. Minor, go ahead. Minor, you're up next. Is that Minor Henderson, maybe?
Yes, God bless. How you doing today, David? Can you hear me?
Buddy. Loud and clear. How you doing?
Hello?
We can hear you. Go right ahead.
Yes. So I was able to get a potential healthcare client on yesterday, and when I got the email, I seen that it went to my spam. I was wondering, is it gonna always go into your spam or into your inbox when you get a potential healthcare client?
This is the first I've heard it went into your spam. So, who's the email coming from? Is that coming from Clearwater or is that coming from D.A.C.?
Hold on one second.
Well, I would say this: there is every browser out there while you're looking. Doesn't matter whether it's Clearwater or the other. Be nice that we know. But some spam filters, do any group spam that has a link and call it spam. Depends on your settings. Depends on who your email is with. So I would say if you go in and add that address to your contact list. So if it's Clearwater or D.A.C., whoever it is, add that as a contact in your list, send an email back to it, and that'll help tell your spam blocker that it's not spam.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Let's go to Mark Davis. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing fantastic, David. How are you?
Tremendous. Thanks.
All right. Just to piggyback on Ellen's question about the game plan, would it be possible for I know the report goes to the upline sponsor when a rep does the game plan. Would it be possible to include an upline leader into that report? Because what I want to do is I want to tap root down into my group. And
how do you determine leader? Because we could say the upline area director gets the email, or we could do stuff like that. We've turned that off at this point, but we could. But it's the only way to really tap root, especially if someone wants to be real active and isn't at a higher rank yet, is good old fashioned before they even had the internet, which is calling the people on your team and meeting all the new people, get started one-on-one, reaching out to them. You don't have 100 people joining a day. So even if you had 5 people join a day, you could reach out to those 5 people, and that would be on your onboarding call, just introducing yourself and welcoming them. And then eventually that'll duplicate, and you won't have to call the 100 that start today, because you'll have 40 people in your team all calling 5, because they'll be duplicating the right behavior. So one of the things that's happened in this viral world is it became easier to communicate with people. So then people stopped communicating the most effective way, which is live. So I would just encourage you, look at your report. The answer is, we could do a rank gets that game plan as well. Right now we have that not programmed. But I would just encourage you, look at your new reps, call them and say, did you do the game plan? Send me a copy of it. Let's do the game plan, then email me your copy. I'd be happy to talk to you. So the old fashioned way, and remember the 4 questions. What's your daily activity goal? What's your reality? What accounts for difference? And what can be learned? Those 4 questions are at the bottom of every game plan. So I know the digital game plan is a little different, but that's still part of the game plan overview. All right. Carmesita, how you doing, Carmesita?
I'm okay. I'm over here at this place to make your cards, and I can't find the sample that you used to have online. And you said to go underneath each one. So I just go to funding quick reference sheet and click on that little triangle square thing and make them have a copy of that.
I would say, Carmesita, call support. I'd say reach out.
Yes, I did. And I talked to Sharon at length, and she said to go under each one. So that means I need about 10 or 15 different cards. So you don't have one that had all the things with just your CR code thing and your name and a phone number for them to call you guys. You don't have that anymore?
Let me just make sure I'm understanding. You want one card that's got every service with our phone number on it?
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. And it had, we do this, we do that, and we do this. And you don't do that anymore?
We never have. We do. You guys are the agents. So they call you, not us. We take care of them once they fill out the form at your website. We go from there. But we don't have just call us and we'll talk to anyone that you give the card to. what they do is they go fill out a form at our website, and then our teams take over, but they have to go through a sorting process first to make sure they're eligible for funding or eligible for the healthcare or qualify for the payment processing or the different things. So each product has a list, and yes, each product has its own card, because some
Okay.
people don't want one card that's got everything on it, because that can turn people off too. We do have a brochure that is what's called the Z brochure. It's waiting one more panel that Tyler's given me to write, the one panel about our company, and it does list all of our services on it, and it's one 3-fold brochure. And he asked me just beginning of the week, last week, can you give me that updated panel so we can get it done? I said, yes, we can. But even if I gave you the panel today, I wouldn't allow you to work on that until the new RX site's done. So I know people want that, but that is not, you know, I know, because I know what brochures we've created, how many actually get ordered, how many get used. So the priority is getting the website live, not the brochure live. You've got the website. So yeah, each card's got a card at the bottom of each one. You can pull and print if you want to. Okay. All right. And I really encourage Pharmacy to whoever your enroller is, get with them too, because they can help you with a lot of this stuff, and support's here to help. But, you know, keep in mind this, you know, we're supporting 50,000 people. So we're asking leadership in the field. This is the leadership locker room. I can tell you, when I worked in the field, my team never called corporate. I didn't even give them corporate's number. Call me. I got your back. Because I didn't want a new support person misleading my team that I was duplicating. I didn't want someone who's been hired 3 months ago to talk to my team when I've been doing this as a profession. So I would encourage you guys, take your team. I'm not saying don't use support, but be the first line of defense. You guys are the leadership locker room. Some of you do this, I know, but be the first line of defense for your team. Be the duplication rock for your team. You steer the conversations. That game plan document you're looking at, ACN never had that. I made that for my team myself, because ACN wouldn't do a game plan document. So I created my own. And you become a top producer also, like, can I use that document? So everything we have, if you see something's missing, build it, make it, create it. You're a leader of your team. We're a supplier. It's just like our funding partners. Our funding partners, they're an ingredient in our pie. Say, God, what are the ingredients of our business? Funding, great. I don't know the underwriters at On Deck or Rapid Advance. I don't know the underwriters. I don't need to see all their stuff. I know that we've got a supplier called Funding. Pharmacy, I don't need to know how they're shipping it, not shipping it. They want me to come see the warehouse. I'll go see the warehouse. I'll go look at their facility. It's going to be impressive. I already know that. I've seen the videos. It's going to be impressive. I don't need to worry about how your pharmacy script is getting printed or sent, or how you call the doctors. I know that you do. Great. I need to market it. I need to get out there and market the heck out of it and support the marketing of it. You take care of the pharmacy. I'll take care of marketing it. Same thing for you guys. We are duplicating everything we can. But if we're not having something you feel your team needs and you're a leader, lead on. Lead on, go do what you need to do and lead it. We got your back. We'll put everything in place we can. And if we don't have something, you like different slideshow, build a slideshow. If our logo's on it, let us approve it. If you want to do something that's different than what we're doing, go ahead, go for it. You want to build your own top 10, like Harlequin's 50 and 50. That's fabulous. She said, can I do that? Yeah, please do it. That's awesome. Go do it. So we're asking you guys to be the first. You're the leaders of your team. We're here to support you leading your team, and we're building tools and tapes and everything we can. But while we don't have something, don't let that be a hindrance to you. Let it be an inspiration to you to create something on your own if you need to. All right. I appreciate you all. I really do. Let's get after it. Tomorrow, healthcare at 11:30, Wednesday, Bank Breezy, 11:30. And then Friday, we're going to do agent update. And if I were you, I'd be doing a presentation every night about our business. Every single night, I'd be doing a presentation. We're a free business. There's nothing that can touch what we have. I'd be recruiting people every single. I did it when it was $500. And you should all be doing briefings. You should all be doing presentations. You should all be doing trainings. you should all be doing all those things yourself too, not just if corporate